न tvevāhaṁ jātu nāsaṁ, न tvaṁ neme janādhipāḥ, न chaiva न bhaviṣhyāmaḥ, sarve vayamataḥ param. This is another iconic verse from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga, Yoga through the knowledge of the analytical study of the soul. We spoke about the eternality of the soul in the previous video. We said that we are not the body, we are the soul. And the body is discarded. How the clothes are discarded by the individual, the body is discarded by the soul when the body becomes worn out and old and diseased. What is important is the soul remains alive all through, and it has always been there and it will always be there. That is such a wonderful knowledge from Bhagavad Gita, which takes away all the confusion and dilemma that as individuals we have. But it is not so easy to imbibe this knowledge and implement it and be aware that we are the eternal soul and the body is temporary. One day the body will be left behind. Jātasya hi dhruvo mrityur dhruvam janma mritasya cha. Tasmad pariharye arthe natvam shochitum arhasi. The one which is born, the death is inevitable, and the one which is dead, the rebirth is inevitable. Thinking in this manner, one shouldn't get bewildered. That is the beautiful theme of Bhagavad Gita about the eternality of the soul. But the build-up is so fascinating. Arjun says, Nakanchate vijayam Krishna, nacha rajyam sukhani cha. I don't want this kingdom. I don't want this victory. This is of no use. It is going to be over the dead body of my kith and kin. So he says, I will not fight, O Krishna. Katham sankhe dronam cha madhusudana. Katham bhishmam aham sankhe dronam cha madhusudana. Ishu bhi prati yoshyami pujarha varishudana. He says, Ishubi means the arrows. How can I shoot arrows to my guru, to my elders, to my such adorable kith and kin? And he talks about Dronacharya, he talks about Bhishma Pitama, who is his grandfather. How can I shoot arrows to them? So that is Arjun's dilemma. He keeps lamenting. Gurun hatva hi mahanubhava shreyo bhaktum bhakshma piha loke hatvart kamanstu guru nihaiva bhunjiye bhogan rudhi pradigdan. It is better to beg than to get a victory in such manner by killing our own relatives, our own guru, our own elders. But then he also does something very beautiful by saying that, O Krishna, I am your disciple and please help me, accept me as your disciple, and I am surrendered to you, so please enlighten me. This is a wonderful gesture by him to accept Shree Krishna as his guru and as his mentor. He says, Karpanya dosho aphat svabhava prichhami tvaṁ sammudha cheta dharma sammudha cheta yachreya shanishchita yachreya shanishchitam bruhi tanme shishyaste aham shadhi mam tvam prapannam. This is another very important verse where Arjun is saying, I am surrendered to you, Sri Krishna. I am your disciple. And then Sri Krishna starts giving him the divine knowledge. Ashocyan anvashocastvam pragyavadanscha bhasase gatasuna gatasunscha nanu shochanti panditaha. He says, dehino smin yathā dehe kaumāraṁ yauvanaṁ jarā tathā dehāntara-prāptir dhīras tatra na muhyati. Arjun, like the child goes into the body of the youth and youth into the body of the old person, Similarly, the soul transmigrates from one body to another. So the soul is remaining fixed, but the body is changing. The child's body, the youth's body, the body of the old man, and then a new body in the next life. So very succinctly and clearly, he's talking about the transmigration of the soul. And he says, a learned person like you shouldn't lament about the living or the dead, because all these situations are temporary. And he says, Matra asprashastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkada agama ino nitya stan titikshasva bharata. Like we tolerate the heat and the cold, similarly we should tolerate the ups and downs and the happiness and the distress. So this is such an amazing knowledge from Bhagavad Gita. If we become aware that we are not the body, we are the soul, and the end of the body is inevitable, we become so peaceful and we become so calm and collected and placid. That is how Sri Krishna introduces the concept of the soul in the second chapter. And he chastises Arjun also, kutastva kashmalmidam visme samupasthitam anaryam jistam aswargayam akirtim karam Arjuna klaibyam ma asmagamaha partha naitatvaya upapadyate chudram hridaya daurbalyam tyakto tishtha parantapa. Hey Arjun, why are you acting in such unmanly manner? Why has your heart become so weak? Why are you showing such deficiency in your action? Why are you in such a confused state? Why are you in such a dilemma? And then when he talks about the knowledge of the soul, he starts imparting this the divine knowledge, and later we find out that after talking about different philosophies, karma yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, sannyas, etc., Sri Krishna finally tells Arjun, let me tell you the most confidential knowledge, that sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam braja aham tvaṁ sarva papyabhyo mokshishyāmi ma shucha. In reality, if you surrender to the divine, that is when you are doing the complete dharma, the final dharma, and all other dharma becomes secondary. Whether you do the ritualistic dharma as per the Vedas or you don't, what is important is to do surrender to God, and surrender to God is so potent. It is like watering the roots of the plant. If you water the roots of the tree, you don't have to worry about watering different parts of the tree. The entire tree is nourished. Similarly, when we do Bhagavad Dharma, which is the acceptance of God as the supreme reality, surrender to the Lord, then all other dharma automatically we transact. That is such an important knowledge, and that is what Bhakti Marg is always imploring us to do. So this is the most beautiful knowledge, because as individuals we are forever seeking bliss, we are forever seeking peace. In fact, peace is included in the bliss. If we are obtaining bliss, peace is automatically there. So in one word, we are all seeking bliss, and that is why we are trying to enhance our knowledge. We are trying to learn different techniques. We are trying to get over our negativity. But the truth is, unless we get surrendered to the divine, the magic doesn't happen. That is the most confidential knowledge. And this is what I just attempted to share about the first few shlokas in Bhagavad Gita, which talks about Arjun's lamentation and Sri Krishna's assurance and Sri Krishna's explanation about the soul. We took up the two important shlokas in the previous video. na jayati mriyate va kadachin, and also vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya nayanam chindanti sastrani. All those shlokas we covered in the previous chapter, and this was just the background for the theme that the soul is what we are. We are the soul, we are not the body. That is why our relationship is there with God, who is the complete, like the sun and the sun rays. If God is sun, we are the sun rays. So we are integral with God, like the ocean and the waves. The waves are integral with the ocean. So similarly, we are part of the Lord. So the Lord is our true mother, true father, true friend, true wealth, true education. In fact, true everyone. And other relationships are all temporary. But we do the other way. We get attached to our temporary relations and forget the permanent relation. That's what we have today. Take care.